What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. WrestleMania 40 is almost upon us. We are going to go over the predictions for night 1 and night 2. Night 1, I'm not as invested in it as I am in night 2 outside of the main event tag team match featuring Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. I am sort of kind of excited for Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley to an extent, and Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. But I'm mainly excited about the main event tag match for night 1. Night 2, I'm excited for Cody and Roman for sure, because there's going to be so many twists and turns in that. So, we have, for night 1, 7 matches, and I'm looking at this on the Wikipedia page. So, there may be another match that gets added, but probably not. So, let's go with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley needs to win this, and if she doesn't, it will be a dumb-ass move on the part of Triple H. Even though Rhea Ripley has done jack shit with this title, still, Rhea Ripley needs this win more than Becky Lynch. Now, they could continue the feud up until SummerSlam, so you could do the rematch at Backlash in France, have Becky win, and then you build up the third and final match, and that's where Rhea wins it back at SummerSlam. That will be fine. But Rhea Ripley needs to win, hands down. Moving on. Sticking with the women, let's talk about the 6-woman tag involving Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi versus Damage Control, which is Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Obviously, the babyfaces are going to win. Obviously, Jade Cargill is going to be the one to get the win. Naomi and Bianca Belair are going to be the main people that are going to do the work, which actually makes the most sense. So this should be fine. Again, I wish that Jade was in a better position. Like she had a singles match or something. Like, I wish they would have done Jade Cargill and Nia Jax for WrestleMania, but they didn't. They opted out of that for whatever reason. That would have been fine. You could have had them work a good maybe 12 minutes. That would have been fine. But this is fine, I guess. But you can always maybe circle back to Nia and Jade Cargill down the line, because Jade's going to need something to do. And I know people wish that it was Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. But no, Jade's not ready for that right now. She's not ready. Maybe at next year's WrestleMania, or maybe even at WrestleMania 42, but definitely not right now. Jade would have to be built up in a dominant fashion for a minute. So I'm talking about for a long minute. Moving on. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I'm a fan of the LWO, and I'm a fan of Legado del Fantasma. But it seems like the babyfaces are going to win here. This feud has kind of went on way too damn long. So at some point, we need to put a bow on this and tie it up and ship it out. Because this shit is getting kind of old. But Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee should definitely win. For sure. Moving on. A match that I don't really give one single fuck about, and that is the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. And how you win is you have to grab both sets of the titles. Actually, no, you don't. So they'll probably split the titles that way. So my guess is Awesome Truth. They'll get the Raw ones, and hopefully Grayson Waller and Austin Theory get the SmackDown ones. But the participants in the match are Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and Damian Priest, DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. The New Day, A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, New Catch Republic, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. So I hope that Awesome Truth win the Raw Tag Team Championships and A-Town Down Under win the SmackDown ones. Moving on from that bullshit. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. I am sort of kind of excited for this match, but this actually needs to be a one and done. We need to move on from this shit. We really do. Jay should get the win. And maybe after the Bloodline story is over with, maybe Jay and Jimmy can reconcile. Maybe. But Jay 1000% needs to win for sure. Hands down. Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn needs to win. And then Triple H needs to push Gunther to the moon and insert him into the World Heavyweight Championship picture. That's what he needs to do. So Sami Zayn should win that. And more than likely, Sami Zayn will feud with Chad Gable post-WrestleMania. And the main event of night one, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Obviously, this is predictable as fuck. The Rock and Roman will definitely win. And it's going to be Bloodline rules going into night two. Moving on to night two. Io Sky versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley needs to win this. We need to see the end of Damage Control and move forward from this. Moving on. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Triple threat for the United States Championship. You guys know I'm not a big fan of multi-person matches. I'm just not. They're boring. They're lazy. And we see way too many of them from multiple promotions. WWE, AEW, TNA, MLW, you name it. Part of me wants Logan Paul to retain, but part of me also wants Randy Orton to win. So I think what they might do is have Randy Orton win. Maybe he RKOs Kevin Owens or whatever. And then maybe going into France for Backlash, you have Logan Paul and Randy Orton. I think that would be great. So hopefully Randy Orton wins. He's my pick to win. I mean, I would love Logan Paul to win, but, that's just me. Well, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. Logan Paul needs to retain. Logan Paul just needs to retain. Moving on. 6-man tag. It's a Philadelphia street fight. So it's the Final Testament, which is Karrion Kross and AOP versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. So my pick to win that would probably be Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Why? Because the babyfaces need to get their comeuppance. So why not do that? Next, another match that I'm looking forward to. Well, one of the matches I'm looking forward to is AJ Styles versus LA Knight. 2 TNA guys. Well, one TNA guy and one Impact guy. So, yeah. Who wins, though? Who wins? I want this to be a feud, so I don't want this to be a one and done. Have LA Knight win, then continue it to Backlash. AJ gets his win back, and then you have the blow-off match. You can do that at SummerSlam or however you want to do it. Or you can do it at Money in the Bank. So I'm going to go with LA Knight. But this needs to be a feud and not a one and done. Because it's going to be a while before LA Knight gets back in that main event picture. It's going to be a minute. Although, LA Knight versus Cody would be nice. I think that would be tremendous, if we're being honest. Moving on. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Drew McIntyre needs to win this hands down. If he doesn't, this whole heel turn and stuff was all for naught. All right? It's time for Seth Rollins to go away for a good minute. Get that knee rehabbed and get his back rehabbed as well. We don't need to see Seth Rollins until SummerSlam or Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins needs to be gone for at least 3 to 4 months. I'm tired of Seth Rollins. And I'm a fan of Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins has just gotten stale really quick, really fast. Drew McIntyre needs to win this. I think what will happen is CM Punk will definitely get involved somehow, and he'll cost Seth Rollins. And then that way, whenever Punk is 100% healed, they can have McIntyre and CM Punk feud. And then whenever Rollins gets back and gets all healed up, you could do Rollins and Punk later on down the line. But Drew McIntyre, hands down, needs to win this. And then the main event for night 2, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, the rematch for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Cody Rhodes is going to win. I have a feeling that John Cena will get involved. Stone Cold will get involved for sure. And they'll form the Avengers to take out the Bloodline. And Roman Reigns will go away for a good 3 to 4 months. We probably won't see Roman again until probably heading into SummerSlam. Now, SummerSlam's in early August. So Roman would have to come in early July. So he had to come in around Money in the Bank. So, yeah. But Roman needs to go away for a good bit. And you could set up Rock and Roman for next year anyway. So that's probably what they'll do, more than likely. But the main event should be crazy for night 2. And I'm looking for a bunch of surprises. And I hope that we do get John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because we cannot go another 3 or 4 months with Roman Reigns as champion. We just can't do it anymore. That would be way too much fucking overkill. I don't care about Hulk Hogan's record being broken or whatever. I give zero fucks about that. Cody needs to finish his story. He should have finished it last year, but he didn't. And I complained about that, but such is life. But Cody has to finish his story. He has to. You can't hold this until SummerSlam or whatever. Cody needs to finish this story. He needs to finish his story. He needs it. Needs to. So, those are my predictions. What are you guys' predictions? Are you guys excited for WrestleMania 40? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.